All right, I got Ryan calling in from Manitoba, Canada. Ryan, what you got for me this morning?
Well, Steve, long-time fan here, about 20 years, but wanted to know about a couple weeks ago on Raw there when Daniel Bryan took out Bray Wyatt in the steel cage. He climbed to the top there at the end of the show, and the roof just about came off the damn place. And I happened to notice that JR himself said it was quite the Austin-esque moment. How'd you feel about that?
Man, I missed that match. Did he come off and win that match?
Well, he whooped his ass, and then, he whooped the hell out of all three of them, actually. And when he climbed to the top of the cage, that was the first time I've seen the place light up like that in 15 years.
Man, they've been lighting up pretty hard for that cat. Are you frustrated any whatsoever with his perceived lack of a push?
Well,
I mean, he's in the mix, but people want to see the cat win. Are you frustrated to a level of, I got to turn the channel, or you're going to patiently wait and hang in there?
Well, what I find is if they don't do something with him now, they're going to lose him. No, they're not maybe going to lose him.
You hit the nail right on the head. You hit it right on the head. If they wait too long, they're going to lose it.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about his promo for a second. He had a promo. Now, I'm going back to the week of Monday Night Raw after the Royal Rumble, and he went out there with Stephanie and Triple H. And his promo skills, they need to come up a little bit. He needs to turn it up. Okay, so you agree with me. Let's turn it up a little bit. And I get where he's coming from, and I get that's a big part of who he is. But, man, with all the frustration, at some point you've got to explode and amplify a little bit. So I would like to see a little bit of that out of that Daniel Bryan character.
Well, his promo isn't, sometimes with some guys it's not as needed. If there's one thing he can sure do is he sure knows how to turn it up in the closing moments of the match,
Well, that's great. That's great. And that's why I said he's one of the best workers in the company. But to take care of that character, you've also got to develop on the horn. Go ahead.
Exactly. What do you think is going to happen with The Undertaker?
Well, do you think The Undertaker's going to come back for WrestleMania 30 and wrestle one more match and continue the streak?
Well, if he doesn't, I wouldn't blame him. But if he does, the only people I even got in mind for him would have to be Brock Lesnar, Dave Bautista, or maybe if he got into something with the Wyatts.
Man, I tell you what. Okay, let's talk about the streak. Should it be ended or should it continue?
If they're going to close it out, they better close it out this year, I think, and let him win it. And if not, then if he loses, I don't want to see him there again, personally. No,
it's not that I wouldn't want to see him again. To me, the streak is so special. You just can never be defeated. He can't be, what is he, 21-0 now?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
So it's 21-0, and I don't want to see him 21-1. So if he does come back, it's got to be 22-0. I'll tell you what, I'm not coming back for WrestleMania 30 to fight The Undertaker. But if I did, I would be the guy looking up at the lights on that match, because I, as Stone Cold Steve Austin, would not want to be the guy that ended that streak. That's how special that streak to me is as a person, Steve Austin, and as that guy in the WWE opening up a can of whoop-ass, Stone Cold Steve Austin. To me, it would tarnish the whole deal, and I would not be the one that had the black mark on that part of The Undertaker's career. It's unprecedented. It will never happen again. If he does come back, that streak must remain intact in my eyes. Now, you said the Wyatt family, you said Brock Lesnar, and you said who else? Batista?
Batista, yeah.
You got three wrecking machines there. So the guy that they put in there to dance with Undertaker, he's been around for a pretty good while. He's physically, he's beat up a little bit. So got to be someone that can dance the Undertaker's dance. And that being said, he's one of the toughest guys in the history of the business. If he decides to step back in that ring, I'm sure he can handle his own and take care of business. But that being said, you got to watch who you put in there with him so they can have the right dance.
Well, I would hope maybe if they'd lean towards, the Wyatts, is just it gives that feeling of a sense of about a month before WrestleMania and get a few weeks of, a little 3-on-1 action in there, and then just close the show out. Personally, Bray Wyatt hasn't had so many matches, but, he's got an in-ring skill that's not so bulky and slowed down as Batista and Lesnar. You know, they come off strong and explosive, but in the end, they're gasping for air a lot.
So, how have you taken to the whole Wyatt family push? Are you digging it? Do you dig the whole gag? Well, Bray Wyatt, obviously, the leader.
I do like it. It because it takes me back. It gives me that type of feeling when the Undertaker had the Ministry or when Gangrel had the Brood type deal.
Right.
You know,
right?
And you don't see too many factions like that anymore. It's almost like when the Demolition brought in Crush as the third man type deal. You know, there's not too many 3-man groups anymore.
You know, and they need to keep them a 3-man group for a long time. I think those kids, I think Bray, probably the senior out of that group as far as ring experience, seemingly to me. They're both all still somewhat green, but I think they've got them definitely headed in the right direction. The promos are
Rowan
good.
And Harper, they look good.
But you know they're good right now, but they need more time. They're still green. The promos are good. They're you know. I look at promos from a different standpoint as everybody else. They're coming around, and they're certainly good. They're not great yet, but they're in that right direction. He certainly has a lot of potential to keep developing that promo and turn it into even a gimmick or a character with even more depth than it has right now. So there's room to grow that. Don't rush it. They got him on the slow burn here. They got a little bit of heat on Cena, a week ago as we're recording this. After that Royal Rumble and Monday Night Raw, I don't think they really got a lot of heat out of it. I think they got more of a little bit of a rub by being with John Cena. Hey man, I appreciate you calling into the show today.
Thanks for having me on the show today, Steve.
Catch you down the road.